Welcome back to another video here. On Monday, temperature's gone up, mate, isn't it? About 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Not a nice feeling today, just sapped the old energy out of me. Managed to crack on a bit with the Mercedes here, and as you can see, got all the rods balanced up now, mate. They were 1,000,000 miles out, those rods. Terrible. And you said the same about the crankshaft, didn't you?
The crank was bad, yeah.
So this is an auto, not a manual.
Yes.
So it's just got a flex plate.
Well, it's a flex
Stroke
plate, but really
flywheel.
it just looks like they machine a normal flywheel to be a flex plate sort of thing.
And you said without that flywheel on the crank on its own was right off the
yeah,
scale, wasn't it?
The crank was really bad, so I thought I'd try it with the front pulley and the flywheel on there, and it sorted it right out. And in fairness, it looks like from the factory they do all of the balancing on the flywheel and the front pulley.
Yeah.
There was no drill holes or anything in the crank.
Yeah, so they just put it up and
Yeah.
balance it all out on the flywheel.
Yeah.
Because there was some big funky holes on the flywheel, weren't there?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all done, isn't it, mate? Quite a lot of work involved in balancing a motor sometimes, especially these older motors.
Yeah.
Like the 60s, 70s stuff, they can be a mile out. So yeah, quite a lot of work doing the rods, obviously once you've cleaned them and all that. Pistons, same thing. Rather an unusual, I'm assuming it's a valve cutout.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is it?
Yes, it's a weird head. The inlets sit much lower than the exhaust valves.
Oh, okay.
It's like...
So it's just a little...
Like, yeah, the inlets are on this level and the exhausts are up here.
Yeah,
so
that's strange,
they obviously
isn't it?
just need a little pocket on one side just to allow for that. But
yeah, so these are the originals. Obviously, they are JP, aren't they? The aftermarket ones.
Yes.
These are the originals with the pocket in. So the first thing you have to do is make sure all your heights compared to with the new piston compared to the old one are right.
Yeah.
So what we normally do is put a pin in both, put them both together, and just double check, make sure all your heights are correct. And they were. So I've replicated the cutout on the top, mate, on the mill.
Yep.
So that's done. Made sure they all weigh the same, and put them on the rods the correct way round.
I mean, from where they start, you know, when you strip the engine down, dirty rod, old piston, to get in here, it's quite a long process.
Oh,
really,
it is a long process,
the
yeah, to get them all
the
right.
cleaning, all the rest of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Ring
Yeah,
gaps.
it'd be a different story if you didn't balance anything.
Yeah.
But like I said a million times before, it's paramount on
So
these
you
old
can
things,
easily
isn't
lose
it?
a couple of hours in that, can't you?
Oh God, yeah, yeah, no problem at all. That's the V8, mate. I'll go on to that in a second quickly. You can see I've got timing DTIs all over the shop there. Just have a little quick look at your Subaru. You've been in over the weekend, haven't you?
I have. Yeah.
You've had a little bit of help.
I have had help.
Off.
My missus
The missus was in.
came in 2 days with me
Blimey.
for a couple of hours each day.
And what did you have her doing?
Well, she did some blasting, was blasting my wheels for me a bit. Painted some of these bits, like the intake runners there.
And some of the, you put a bit of colour on it, mate, just to show that it's been done.
Yeah, just so it,
and it's just
when
a
you
bit of
look
a
under
change
the
of
bonnet,
scenery.
if you can see a bit of a flash of blue and some shiny bits, it looks like you've done something to it then.
Exactly, and a lot of our Cosworth guys that watch will recognise that colour, won't they? That is your Moonstone Blue, which they did the two-wheel drive Sierras in. Lovely colour that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just debating what to do with, there's a big plastic intake manifold that goes over the top.
You've got to be careful not to go too far, otherwise it can look anal.
Well, I was thinking maybe try and paint the plastic. I know it's never going to look amazing on plastic, but try and paint it, even just paint it silver or black or something that
just
looks
make
a
it
bit
look fresh.
standard, but just nice, yeah.
Yeah, if you're careful, you can get the plastic looking good. Maybe like a satin black or something. It just looks fresh,
like
doesn't it?
I don't know, or like a grey, a metallic-y grey, I don't know, something like that.
Why
Even
not,
the
mate?
Moonstone, to be honest, might look all right.
Could do. Yeah, look nice.
I don't know.
But that's coming on, mate, isn't it? Won't be long. See, the turbo's been freshened up. You had this turbo done last time.
I did, yeah.
But you've just literally
and I've
painted
given
it
it
up
the
and-
standard wiggle test and decided it's absolutely fine.
perfect.
So
everyone does that, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But yeah, I've given that a little recon in the can as well. Black on the back, silver on the front there. So
Lovely, mate. Looking fantastic. Looking forward to seeing that thing running again.
Yep.
Right.
Out of the way.
The TVR Rover, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Rover,
few different things.
The only major difference is obviously probably porting and the valve gear, and they have side bolts for the mains.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit stronger, a bit more of a rigid setup, isn't it? So I'm just setting up the camshaft on this, mate. They're getting the timing correct. And what we've done, you found out what cam it is, and I've gone onto the old laptop. It's a Kent cam, isn't it?
It is.
It's a Kent cam, this one, which was obviously supplied by the customer. Here is the part number. It's an M256. Gives you all the blurb here of what it is. What the bit we're looking for is the full lift bit, which is on this inlet 104 degrees after TDC.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what we're doing it to, mate. With this pushrod type engine of any type, mate, you can't get any simpler setup of sort of setting these verniers up than this, can you?
No, not really.
Because the chain is direct. It's not like you've got a belt
with
to
sort of elasticity.
Elasticity, obviously, by removing and replacing the heads with the squish of the head gasket can alter it all.
Yeah.
You've literally, it's direct, so you don't even need the heads on to do it.
No.
Don't come any simpler. So we're just going to run through quickly what I have to do on this, because I've showed it quite a few times before, but the way I see it, mate, is if people are out there to learn from this channel, the more we do it, in a minute, they're going to be an expert, and we'll probably be out of business.
Or even if they just, might end up fancying having a go themselves on their own engine
Yeah.
one day.
Exactly. So the first thing we do is we find true TDC. So we've got this gadget here with a DTI gauge that screws into the plug hole, and the pointer will sit somewhere on the crown of the piston when the piston comes up to TDC.
Yeah.
And what we do is we find where we basically turn it through so the dial goes up and then back, and where it goes up is the top dead centre. So that's the highest point of the piston. But what we're trying to find, and that's the reason we use this disc here, is we are trying to find the centre of the dwell, because there's a few degrees on camshafts where the pointer will sort of come to a stop, but it's still turning through.
Yeah, so it's basically as the crank comes to the top of its stroke, you've got, like you say, a few degrees where it essentially holds the piston at the same level pretty much.
There'll be a few degrees of
TDC,
that, but the centre of that is true to top dead centre.
Yeah.
So what we normally do, say for instance this pointer comes up to 0, its furthest point then goes back down. We'll pick a point below that, so say from 90, and when it gets, we turn it through, when it gets to 90, we check where we are on the disc here.
Yeah, so you stop at 90.
Stop at 90. Then what we do is we can make a note where it is, or 0 it, continue to turn it so it goes up to the 0 and back to the 90. Then we check the pointer again. Say for instance it's moved 16 degrees from the previous one. We half that, and then we put the pointer to half what that was. So say for instance it was 16, you move that to 8 degrees, and then when you go back to the 0, you know that is in the centre of the dwell of the crankshaft.
Yep.
Same thing when it comes to setting up the camshaft. So we've got a DTI down here. So this is easy to set up really. We've got this little contraption, and you can actually see this. So you've got we're up about on the centre of the, or we're on the full lift of the camshaft. So we've got the pointer on the lifter. This is a solid lifter, mine, because it's a solid lifter conversion. And what we're doing, we are looking for 104 degrees, which is around here. So with this, the beauty of this setup with being a push rod is you can go backwards and forwards. So you haven't got all that, like you say, the elasticity of the belt, whereas you have to keep turning that.
You obviously want to go back further than you than you need to, and then come forward to it. But it's it's not like you say with a belt where you've got to go all the way through.
Exactly. On this, you have got some slack on the chain, so you've got to account for that. But what we normally do is pull it through, and you can see here, if I continue to turn this, you'll see it comes to a point on the 70, just past it, and then it will start going backwards. So there's a few degrees where it hangs about on the 70, and that is basically the top of the load. So we're trying to find the very centre of that.
You can see it on that one there.
Yeah.
There's almost a little bit of a, not a flat spot, but where it sort of domes over.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
so the way
dwell.
So the way we do that is, obviously the 70 is the high point, so we're just going to pick a place before that. So I'm going to go for the 65. So if I continue to the 65, mate, which is there, we check where we are here. So we are at 92. You see that?
Yep.
If I continue to turn this back to the 65, at there, we are at 115. So if we half that, we are going to be at 103. So we want to be moving, we want it to go up one. So what we do is slacken off. I always only tighten one of these while I'm doing it. Saves keep going round, and obviously when we've finally done it.
So these bolts essentially hold the camshaft to the pulley.
So the front pulley is in two parts. The back part is attached to the camshaft. The front part is attached to the chain. Yeah. And when you slacken these off, the thing slides together. So you've got probably 10 degrees of movement either way. So what we do is we've slackened that off now. And if we just move it 1 degree.
So you can do this either by moving the cam or the crank.
Exactly, yeah. So what we do now is we go back and replay the process. So we go to 65, and we are now at 93. If we go over to 70, then back round to 65 again, we are at 116. So if we half that, we're going to be about 103 and a half, call it 103 and a half, 104, isn't it? We're looking for 104. So and that's going to be good enough, isn't it? So now what I do, mate, is we remove all these gubbins, we go around, we tighten all these, torque all these bolts up, so we know they're all tight, and that's it. Simple as that, isn't it? Showed that before though, haven't I?
Yeah.
Like I say, there's going to be people out there that take note every time, learn a little bit more each time, if they understand the way I explain things. And they're going to become an expert themselves. So there we go. Just keep repeating it, mate.
Yeah.
You can't be told enough times, I don't think, can you, in this game?
It's probably one of the harder things to grasp just from being told.
Well, like we were saying, with doing setting up these Vernier pulleys, or these adjustable pulleys, the problem is you don't do them that often, do you? You don't do them on every engine.
No, that's the thing. It's only on
and there's quite a lot to learn. So every time you come to do one, you have to sort of run through it again. You almost teach yourself again. And then eventually you just learn more and more. And eventually you just do it every time without even thinking.